Welcome back, wonderful boys and girls. How are you doing? Last time on our tutorials, before we did our test, which is for our 7th week, we talked about what? We talked about volume. And I hope you found that topic interesting. This time we are talking about time. So what says the time you're watching this tutorial? Can you check your clock and tell your parents or your neighbor or someone beside you the time you are watching this particular tutorial? Yes, just make it interactive. Interact with people around you. The advantage of this online tutorial is that it exposes you and it also kind of brings you out of your environment. So make people know that you are learning something. Just check the time and tell them, hey, I'm learning this thing is 7 p.m. Hey, I'm learning this thing is 6 p.m. Hey, I'm learning this thing is 8 a.m. Just be interactive. Okay, let's move to our next slide, which is our learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, you, the learners, should be able to 1. Tell the time in seconds and minutes. 2. Solve problems on time. I repeat, tell time in seconds and minutes to solve problems on time. So let's look at what we have in our next slide. Back to telling time. I believe that you in Basic 5 should know how to tell time, but this is just to observe all necessary protocols, just to get you kind of more guided in what you're doing. So before I explain what you're seeing on your screen, this image, let's read what we have. They said, on a clock, there are 3 hands. We have the short hand called the hour hand, the long hand called the minute hand, and the thin ticking hand called the seconds hand. That's hand that never rests, that ticks all the time. Say tick says the clock, tick tick. What you have to do quick. Yeah, and that hand that always ticks is called the seconds hand. So we have, I repeat, the short hand, the shortest hand is called the hour hand, while the long hand that doesn't move too is called the minute hand. Then the ticking hand, which is thin, is called the seconds hand. Now use the circular shape here as an image of a clock. I have divided the circle into 2. Forget the other 4 parts, just 2 segments, 2 parts. We have here the after and here the 2. A scenario where we have number 12 here and 6 here. We have 3 here and we have 9 here. And we have 3 here and we have 9 here. So now, this place is called after. When the long hand, which is the minute hand, must have crossed 12, is now after the hour hand, after 3 or after 6 or after 12 or after 1 or after 2 or after 4 here or after 5. Then while it's here, the long hand is on its way here, is 2. You check the number the short hand is pointing at. Is it pointing at 3? You say to 3. Is it pointing at 2? You say to 2. Is it pointing at 4? You say to 4. Do you get it? Using the long hand, you know if it is 2 or after. Then to know the number, it is the hour it is going to or it is being passed from. You use the short hand and say the number is pointing at. So now let's look at a real clock and take good examples from it. We're looking at clocks showing time. This image is a variety of clocks showing the hour time. This here is 12 o'clock. This here is 1 o'clock. 1, the short hand is pointing at 1 o'clock. This here is 2 o'clock. While this here is 3 o'clock. Here is 4 o'clock. Here is 5 o'clock. Here is 6 o'clock. Here is 7 o'clock. Here is 8 o'clock. Here is 9 o'clock. Here is 10 o'clock and we have 11 o'clock. Do you get it now? Now look at this stopwatch right here, this one. Now here we see vividly when I say the three hands. This one, this red one now is the second hand, the one that never rests. It always ticks second by second. See the second? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that rhyme we do sing about time? 60 seconds make 1 minute. 60 minutes make 1 hour. 24 hours make 1 day. 7 days make 1 week. 4 weeks make 1 month. 12 months make 1 year. So this is a song we sing about time. So now when we say 60 seconds, I want you to count with me. From here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Now you see we're back to 12 at 60. So when I say 60 seconds make 1 minute, this is what I mean. We going round the clock with our second hand by 60 seconds make 1 minute. Now you understand vividly what I mean by 60 seconds make 1 minute. Now we go to the minute hand, which is this long hand right here. This long hand right here. This long hand right here. When this long hand goes round, it goes to one particular stick right here. When this second hand had gone round, that's what they mean by 60 seconds makes 1 minute. 60 seconds, another minute. So when it has gone like 60 rounds, 60 minutes, this one goes 1. Do you understand the interval of movements these three hands are having? They are moving in intervals. This one goes for 60 before this one moves 1. This one also moves for 60 before this one, the hour hand, moves 1. That's the interval. So when we say 60 seconds makes 1 minute, 60 minutes makes 1 hour. Do you understand better? So now back to being to or after. You tell me while looking at the clock before I say it right now. Is this to or after? You can see vividly that the long hand has crossed 6 and is going this direction. It shows that it is going to where? You see the short hand has crossed 9 and is going to the number 10. So this is to 10. And someone asks you, how many minutes to 10? You can easily count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 29 minutes to 10. Because it just went out from 9:30. Do you understand better? Now let's look at our next clock, the clear one. We're seeing the short hand pointing at 3 and the long hand pointing this direction. Is it to or after? You say before I say it. Is it to or after? Well, it's still on this angle, this direction, so it is 2. So when someone asks you how many minutes to, you easily count by each gap here is 5 minutes. Each gap here is 5 minutes. You count 5, 10, 2, 10 minutes to 3, 10 minutes to 3. Do you understand better? Do you understand better? So now let's look at solving problems involving time. That poem I just sang for you is written right here on this slide before we go into solving problems. We're looking at 60 seconds make 1 minute, 60 minutes make 1 hour, 24 hours make 1 day, 7 days make 1 week, 4 weeks make 1 month, 12 months make 1 year. So now then I said Change 5 minutes to seconds. Change 5 minutes to seconds. The solution is it 1 minute here is how many seconds? 60 seconds. So 5 minutes is either you say 60 seconds times 5, or you say 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60. We have how many 60s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you get it? Which gives us what? 300 seconds. Or you simply multiply 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 6, 30. So 300 is what? 300. Do you understand? Do you understand? Let's go to our next slide. Still on solving time problems. They say change 540 seconds to minutes. Solution: 60 seconds equal to 1 minute. Therefore, 540 divided by 60 is equal to what? 9. 0 cancels 0. 6 divided by 54 gives us 9 minutes. So our answer is what? 9 minutes. Simple. Here they said change 3 days to hours. We have 1 day equal to 24 hours. Therefore, 3 days is equal to 3 times 24 hours. We have 72 hours. Do you understand better? Good. So play this video again and again and again to understand better. See you in another tutorial video. Don't forget to stay safe and most importantly, stay educated. Have a nice day and bye for now.